Let's go to hockey.
Hockey hotline. This is a good guy passed away.
This guy was a great guy. This guy is cut from a different cloth. Ken Dryden, legendary goaltender, Montreal Canadiens, passed away. Very private person. What this guy accomplished as a player, what he accomplished as a person, what he accomplished as a citizen, absolutely amazing. Ken Dryden won 6 Stanley Cups during the heyday of the Montreal Canadiens. He was the first of the big goaltenders. You turn on your TV and watch NHL hockey now, and they got all these guys that are 6'4", 6'5", with all the pads and the skates, monstrously big. Back in his day, 60s into the 70s, the average goaltender was 5'6" or 5'8", 5'9". Ken Dryden was 6'4".
Oh.
And he was just monstrously big. He was the first big goaltender.
Cover the whole goal.
In the league, exactly. But he was great. Played on a great team with Montreal. He had a record, get this stat, 258, 57, and 74. That was his career one-loss record with the Montreal Canadiens.
Wow.
He was a Canadian who came to an American college. He went to Cornell University. He backstopped Cornell, he's an intellect, to the NCAA championship. Cornell's never, ever done that since. And then he obviously went to Montreal, an independent thinker, walked away from the game after 9 years, got into TV commentator work, really astute. I mean, talk about intellect in the booth. Yeah, Ken Dryden. Then he left that and became a lawyer. Then he became a player agent. Then he became a university professor. And then he ran for parliament in Canada.
Renaissance man.
Exactly. You talk about life well lived.
Yeah.
And he was so respected by so many people. He lived a full life. By the way, he was the color analyst with Al Michaels, Lake Placid, Winter Olympics, 1980. Do you believe? This man accomplished so much. I interviewed him one time. He was astoundingly intelligent. Great man. So Canada across the provinces are really mourning him. He was not just a Montreal Canadien, but he was special to the entire country because of all the things he accomplished, all the things on his resume. I was so saddened to hear it. And a very private man. Nobody knew that he had cancer. His closest hockey friends didn't know it. He went quietly and suddenly at age 78. A hell of a guy.
What a story.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of, there's been a number of athletes, pro athletes that have gone into politics. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, like Bill Bradley or maybe Steve Largent. And I remember the quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners was a congressman for a while.
Yes, the option quarterback. Oh, you asked me too quick. I have to take the glasses off. My brain doesn't.
He had like initials for a first name.
Yeah, J.C. Watts.
That's what it was. Yeah. And so what about, what's the guy's name? Was it the baseball pitcher? He had he wrote a book. It was Jim Bunning. Wasn't he in Congress?
Jim Bouton.
Bouton. Okay.
No, I don't think Jim Bunning was in Congress. Jim Bunning was a very successful pitcher too. No-hit pitcher with the Phillies and Tigers, and he went to Congress.
Yeah, but didn't Jim Bunning write a really famous baseball book?
The Bouton was the one that wrote Ball 4.
Okay, that was a different. Okay, I'm getting my guys mixed up. But anyways, it's just neat to see because at one point in my life when I was really young, I mean, I would see these athletes on the field. And I would just say, yeah, they're just athletic. You don't really know anything about what's going on between their ears. Mm-hmm. And now we're learning more about them. And there are a lot of real intellects that play sports. So it's neat to see them have life beyond sports.
Well, there are not that many of them. They're few and far between. But when you cross paths, I mean, I interviewed Jim Bunning. He was a congressman from Kentucky, I believe.
Yeah.
Interesting. But this guy was spectacularly.
Wow. I mean, I saw the Wikipedia article. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, if Google Ken Dryden, and you'll just be amazed at the stories that are being written about the person, much less the hockey player. And obviously, he was a great hockey player during the era of the Flying Frenchman, Le Bleu Blanc Rouge. That's where the Montreal Canadiens, Jean Beliveau Montreal Canadiens, through the Guy Lafleur Montreal Canadiens. And he was part of that. He was a special, special guy. So anybody from the old Canada Network, feel free to jump on board. Fans Forum, talk about that.